The companies that will win in the future are the ones that are in tune to the customer and their needs real time and will be able to react to deliver on what they need most in that moment.
You got decarbonization objective that we have to achieve, looking after the planet. We have regulatory landscape, putting a lot of pressure and need of transparency to organizations. And then you have all the geopolitical situation that also creates, on one hand, a risk for sure, but a lot of opportunities to review how we do business and how we build a very resilient supply chain.
What we're seeing, and we keep on seeing, and we've seen it in the past few years, is that if there is one thing that is constant, is the change. It keeps on changing. What we can control is what we do to prepare and to respond, to react to those things.
The major strategy we've seen over the last 3 or 4 years really is to begin to diversify your supply base, both in terms of having different companies that you're sourcing from, but also having capabilities in different countries so that you can diversify risk from a weather or a geopolitical standpoint. I think the lesson here though is really that you need to understand your supply base in much more granular detail than perhaps you would have done in the past. AI and digital technologies are really helping to bring this data to our fingertips and enable us to make better sourcing and supply chain and risk management decisions.
We've had a number of success stories. I think really recently there's an example of the Red Sea disruptions, and so what's happening is that logistics routes are getting impacted, and even our logistics providers have a hard time giving us accurate estimated delivery dates. And so for us, what we did is we leveraged Google Vertex to build AI models. What we found is we are now able to more accurately predict our estimated delivery dates than even some of our carriers.
In the case of Bayer Crop Science, we're looking clearly at all of our suppliers, all of our manufacturing points, and really our risks. And then we're taking a look at what can we do differently. AI potentially, if you can imagine, would maybe alert you to other risks and resiliency opportunities that currently, are not necessarily floating to the top of people's minds.
The pace that we're moving at in terms of innovation in the next 10 years is probably going to outpace what has happened in the last 75 years. We're just moving extremely quickly. So whether that's through increased productivity and efficiency, increased visibility into supply chains and what we're doing, or the ability to build agility and resilience, technology is basically the underlying foundation that's going to help us change all of that.